Game resumed. Where is the dormouse?
We can't start the game without the dormouse or it's game over, and the Knave of Hearts remain in prison, unless someone volunteer to take his place as a witness.
Oh, the Cheshire Cat volunteered.
Not I.
I wish you wouldn't keep appearing and vanishing so suddenly. You make one quite giddy.
All right.
You agreed.
Not that.
Let's proceed. You know the mechanics. I am tired of repeating it again. Let's start. Answer me this. Who are the two, one dead and the other alive, who treat one another every time they drink wine, drop for drop, never gaining and never losing?
On thy life, O Queen, with a toper and his glass, this must ever come to pass. He makes the glass with liquor swim, the glass then gives it unto him. Thus it is between them they give glass for glass the livelong day.
Good that. Answer me this. Where are the horses which will never be ridden, the lights that can never be numbered, the webs which will never be woven by woman's hand, the puddings which can never be eaten, the staff with which no man ever walks yet which many women bear, and the button which never held a garment?
On thy life, O Queen, seahorses ne'er by man were mounted, the stars in heaven never counted, cobwebs for weaving are too light, with pig pens none can ever write, plum pudding stone no man can eat, with distaff men we never meet, bachelor's buttons, bright as gold, did never any garment hold.
7 at a blow. Answer me this. Who are the 7 sisters who are in all things, and without whom nothing can be seen and nothing imagined?
On thy life, O Queen, one or all of colors 7 are in all things under heaven. Nothing comes into our mind, in which we no color find, for when all their flight have ta'en, white or black must still remain. So when the rainbow flies away, what then remains is night or day.
Answer me this. What is that which is nothing and void, yet which holds fast and firm?
On thy life, O Queen, a buttonhole is truly naught, yet when 'tis by the button caught, it holds a garment fast and tight, if I have read thy riddle right.
Answer me this. What is the one animal from which every man has had food, drink, and clothing?
On thy life, O Queen, that must be the ox, I think, from his horns do all men drink, of his flesh do all men eat, and his leather clothes our feet.
Answer me this. What was that thing which thou hast often seen, which first gave shelter, then food, then joy, and then light?
On thy life, O Queen, that was a shell, it seems to me, which housed a creature in the sea. A man there came who ate it up, and used the shell as drinking cup, for ale or wine. Then, after all, it hung as lamp in cattle stall. Yet thou thyself, O Queen, confess, couldst ne'er before this riddle guess.
It is true, for I never did yet understand what the light meant. Hadst thou turned it full on me, I must have lost my life. But unless thou art thyself some evil spirit or witch, I know not how thou couldst tell what I knew or did not know. Answer me this. Who is she that has no tongue, yet talks distinctly, repeats everything which is told to her, and yet is no gossip, and is the more admired the louder she cries?
On thy life, O Queen, Echo has no tongue, but she often talks so perfectly, that the travelers who stray, in lonely places far away, mid ancient walls and cavern rocks, full often deem her one who mocks, and in the silent twilight hour, when elfin creatures use their power, when they hear strange echoes ringing, think they hear the fairies singing, or when some loving nightingale is singing sweetly in a vale, and the music to the plain, thus redoubled comes again, then Echo seems revealed to thee, in her sweetest mystery, all that she hears she tells again, and yet she is no gossip vain, and the clearer is her voice, the more to hear it all rejoice, and she truly is like me, since I only answer thee.
That is truth without fact. Answer me this. Who enters a room without going in, or goes in without entering, opens the door, yet is no porter or servant, and has a beard in one country, but in none other?
On thy life, O Queen, the key which fits into the lock goes further than the men who knock. 'Tis on the edge of every hall, yet hardly in the place at all. It opens the door for him, O Queen, and yet it is no living thing, and its words in the German tongue are called a beard when said or sung.
Well, if they are not a learned woman, they are certainly learning to be one, and will not miss the mark. Answer me this. There are two sisters, who have a friend who is often in their company. The two are divided, yet firmly united. Whatever comes in their way they wound sore and cut in twain, but their friend heals the wounds.
On thy life, O Queen, scissors are the sisters two, who never part, whatever they do, both united to one end, and the needle is their friend. However they may cut their foes, what they wound the needle sews.
Answer me this. Who is the fierce thief who, armed with a poisoned dagger, steals only from the fairest what is sweetest, and is himself robbed of all that he steals, yet, robber though he be, there is not a church in the land to which he has not given candles?
On thy life, O Queen, the fairest creatures are the flowers, and from them in summer hours, the bee, that little busy thing, armed with his poisoned sting, steals their honey when he can, and is robbed in turn by man, but offers, for the church's sake, the wax from which men tapers make, that as a lesson men may see, the light which comes from industry.
A good lesson. Let's move to the next round. You must form sentences using all the words in the square heart to proceed with the next witness. You have 10 seconds to think of a sentences. Let's start.
The bachelor fitting his coat saw in the mirror that his buttons had a hole and needed to be replaced. The bachelor's buttons were sewed by the tailor using his scissors and needles. Under the chestnut tree, the bees flies around the flowers, and the toper hears the sound of birds, and his glass was filled with water, while waiting for the sunrise to board the ship. At the dock before boarding the ship, lovers parting and families bid farewell, while the soldiers carried with them seahorses, cobwebs, pig pens, distaff, ox, lantern and key representing the 7 colors on their coat of arm as a gift to their country. At the ship, the chef baked the pudding stone using an oven, and a woman held in her ears a seashell while listening to its echo. When the man drowning screamed for help, the lifeguard immediately used the ship with oars and sails toward the man and rescue him.
You have completed using all the words in a sentences.
Well, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat. It's the most curious thing I ever saw in all my life.
Where did the Cheshire Cat went?
Off with his whiskers. Go on with the next witness.
Thank you for watching the Queen of Words game.